Looking to get into sports betting? Well, look no further than Hedge Better. Traditional sports is rigged anyway. Here at Hedge Better, we're working hard to create and develop the platform that revolutionizes the future of how we as a nation view sports betting. Traditional sports betting is designed to favor books and lose you money. Hedge Better puts the odds in your hands, cuts out the middleman, and aims to empower a future generation of sports bettors. At Hedge Better, your bet is an asset, and we give you all the tools to maximize your profits and potential. We can't wait to come to your state soon and help you make the most of your sports betting experience. In the meantime, be sure to visit our website at www.hedgebetter.com to learn more and sign up for our mailing list. To stay up to date with all of our content, podcasts, including Steele and Nazz, promotion, and events, follow us on Instagram at HedgeBetter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and click on the link on our website to check out our blog. Everyone, even on Monday, let's have a day. Episode 75, 25 more to go. Welcome to Steele and Nazz, brought to you by Hedge Better from our headquarters in Braintree, Massachusetts. Tonight we got a special treat as high school night at the Hedge Better Production Studios as North Quincy basketball stars Daithi Quinn and Orlagh Gormley got the pronunciations correct on both. Sophomore captains from North Quincy High basketball both had a great season. I had to at least reward them of coming in, kind of telling their story a little bit. If I was a 16-year-old coming in here, trying to tell my story, I think it'd be a little tough too. But they did a great job for what they were working with. What'd you think, Steele?
It was unreal. It was great stuff. North Quincy, get ready. Big things.
Big things.
Quincy High might never win again.
Might never win again.
Not if they're around.
No way. Yeah. Afterwards, we'll have our Celtics playoff preview as they lock down the number 2 seed. See who they play. I guess when this comes out, you'll know who they're playing. But either Brooklyn or Cleveland. Then we'll recap the weekend's Yankees-Red Sox series as Steele's Yankees took it to the Red Sox. One took 2 out of 3. He stole the last one Sunday night. And a big recap of UFC 273 over the weekend as Gilbert Burns put on quite the show despite the loss. And Almont Sterling shocked the world. It was good to see. Let's let it rip. Orlagh Gormley and Daithi Quinn. Great showing. Go North. That's tough. And we're now joined by North Quincy basketball stars Daithi Quinn and Orlagh Gormley. How are we doing tonight? Good? Finally, after the third and fourth take, we're finally in there. I just wanted to say congratulations on a great basketball season, girls and boys. Probably the best showing, at least, combined records of, quite some time. You think about, the Anthony Green years and even back looking at Quincy High and stuff. So I just want to say congratulations on that. First question here, and unless I say your name, you're more than welcome to just dive in any question. Just how much did you enjoy this past season? And I know you guys were freshmen the year prior, but kind of being more in the captain leadership this year of being sophomores, being the top point getters. I know you're probably both team players there, but how much did you enjoy the season? What you like the best about it?
Well, it was so fun because all the fans, all the kids are obsessed with us. They're our number one fans and stuff.
Nice.
And just the atmosphere playing in the high school with all the amount of fans that come out and watch us.
Yeah, did they make Daithi Quinn jerseys? Were people rocking that?
Well, yeah, we have fan shirts.
Yeah. You have fan shirts?
Oh,
nice.
There we go. Nice.
Did they sell out? I want one.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
His did.
Oh, yours did? Oh, wow. So I'll get into right away. So, Orlagh, so you broke Doug Scott's single game point record, scored 56 points. I think he had 53, 54, something like that. So I know it was a first round game. Just kind of tell me what was going through your head at that point, because I think you had 20-something points in the first quarter, and I know you're probably looking more for the win in general, but when it actually got to the point, I think you had some change in the fourth quarter where they took you out, but how great was that kind of to get that with all your teammates there on your home floor?
Well, yeah, it was really fun first. All the fans there were really good, but I didn't really know how many points I had till they announced it on the loudspeaker. So it was just pretty fun, just to go in the moment and just play with all my teammates.
Nice. Did you know it was your night? Did you?
I kind of had a feeling before the game. Yeah, me and my coach.
So I was I was there. The Doug Scott game. I think that was 08 or something because it was North versus Quincy. And our friend Matty Costa was a freshman point guard for North Quincy, and I think it was his first. He was getting his first start, and he had to cover Doug Scott, and Doug Scott dropped like 53 on him.
torched
I think they won by 20 points. If Matt, if you're gonna listen to this, sorry we brought it up for you, but
That was a cheap shot.
yeah. I mean, I'm a Quincy High guy, so I had to take it when I could. Another question here. So you guys are only sophomores, and we've all played, high school sports for the most part of us growing up. Stepping in as a sophomore, it can be tough to really not just have a leadership role, but when the game's on the line, you two were the ones kind of to be looked upon to, score points offensively, make a stop defensively. So how is it kind of having that pressure on you at such a, you guys are only 16 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, first, we've been playing with our teammates since we were, little, so I feel like they all have trust in us to, just go out there and deliver when, we need to. So I feel like they trust us no matter what position we're in.
Yeah, and there's also just a lot of pressure on us.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, if you miss a shot, oh, you're terrible.
Yeah.
You can't do anything wrong because everyone's going to judge you or stuff.
But when it comes down, because I was more of a baseball whatever guy, but when it comes down to free throws at the end of the game, I would be terrified to swish down two. Do you really just take that back to, we were talking before the show, you guys play 5 or 6 AAU games a weekend, and you just talk about repetition and practice of how you nail those shots?
Well, yeah, it's free throws. I love free throws. I shoot, last weekend I had won 14 for 15 in one game. I had 30 points. So.
Oh.
There we go.
That's big time.
Need that.
Light
Need
work.
that. Yeah.
No, I don't-
Light work.
I don't even think I could do that in a video game. Yeah,
Yeah, not a chance.
that's great. Daithi, you a little bit. So I'm not sure which one was your favorite game of the year, but I remember in particular because they put it on QATV. So I didn't get a chance to go down to the gym at all, but I saw you guys play against Walpole, and that was a down to the wire game. Just tell me a little bit what happened, because someone hit a big shot there. There's a couple of big stops. Just tell me about that whole experience. The crowd right behind you. I'm sure all the Daithi Quinn shirts, sold out.
Yeah. So well, at halftime, our coach was like, "We got to get it together." We were playing sloppy. We should have beaten by way more. But
Ooh.
after we hit a few shots, they put their head down, and then I was getting the crowd into it. And then I had a breakaway dunk, and then they just fell apart after that.
Oh, I forgot you
Rip their heart out. Love it. Love it.
When was your first dunk? Ever?
It was beginning of COVID. It was 8th grade, March, and then God.
Were you holy moly, I actually
Yeah.
dunked? Because I would.
That's
I would,
a life-changing.
I'd do anything to dunk.
Yeah,
I'm 5 foot
yeah.
nothing. So
No, it was in my AU practice. My coach was like, "All right, see if you can do it." And I was like, "All right, I don't think I can do it." And I got up so high, I didn't think I could do it, but I actually got up pretty high.
now, do you only try to flush them down on breakaways in high school ball right now, or is it, if you're coming down the lane, they better get out of the way?
Well, if you're in the way, then
Yeah. Look out. Love that.
Great stuff. So both you guys grew up in Irish households, right? So how did that kind of go into your game a bit of, I know I have a bunch of friends who, have family from Ireland and things like that, and they hurling or playing not American football, soccer.
Yeah.
So how did basketball become the big thing of this is my passion? Because you guys are one sport athletes, correct? You guys don't play anything
I
else.
do track.
Track, there you go. And that's to get ready for the basketball season, right? So perfect. So yeah, whoever wants to take that question.
You want to do it?
You can go.
I mean, I played Gaelic football when I was growing up, and all my siblings did too. My older brother and my older sister. So my brother just started playing basketball, and then me and my sister just followed him. So that's pretty much how we got into basketball, and then I just stuck with it ever since.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Gaelic football is intense.
Yeah, that's where we get our
You take the right
toughness.
choice.
Yeah. So you guys are both Quincy around the area. So my favorite outdoor court to go to growing up was probably the Mount, because that was just the best courts to play at. Is there any place in specific where you guys like to play, or if you can't find indoor gym, you're trying to get a couple shots up, or is a spot?
In the summer, it's usually the Mount because it's where everyone goes.
Yep.
On a hot day, there's probably 60 people there, and you can get some good runs in there.
There we go. And any specific what's my favorite shot on that is my foot's always on the line. He'll tell you that.
Never
but,
shot a three in
but
his
yeah,
life.
but on the left side there, on the baseline, anyone, you guys, I know you had a or you like the runner.
Yeah.
That's like, tell me about that marquee move.
Well,
Yeah.
I've been doing that ever since I was little, and always at North Quincy. So I've had many practice on the hoops and the backboards there. So I just know how to put it off the backboard to make it go in.
Oh wow.
There we go. She's got it down. Got the spot.
Yeah.
No, I saw it because I was watching. I think it was at the Pentucket game, the home game, and I was just like, if I tried doing that, I'd throw a fastball off the backboard and I'd probably hit the coach in the face or something. That wouldn't plan out well.
Those backwards stop anything. You get
Oh yeah.
That's true.
I'm trying to think of the other ones. Oh, you guys played Atlantic at all? I remember those were 9-foot rims. I was actually.
Those are short.
Oh yeah, I could touch backboard on that, and that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
for
right.
me.
It's light work for these guys.
Yeah. My next goals and opportunities. So you guys are playing AU all summer long. Have you guys started looking towards the post high school development yet? Because I'm sure that's gonna be coming up sooner or later. I know it's crazy to think you guys are only sophomores. You guys are averaging 20 plus per game, and you haven't seen it in the city for this long, for a long time. Even when they were making back, I think they were a little after me, but Anthony Green's team, bunch of great players, but I don't think anyone was averaging really too much close to 20 points a game leading a team like you guys have done. So I'm giving you a nice tip on the cap for there. But my question is, how is the college experience? When does that start up?
I mean, for me, it started this year, and then it'll continue usually during the summer. That's where usually the college coaches come out and watch. I picked up an offer this couple weeks ago, D1 offer. So.
Awesome! Congratulations! Let's
Nice.
give a round of applause.
Hell yeah.
Let's
That's
go.
awesome. That's incredible.
Which one?
Siena. It's in New York.
Oh, Siena. Yeah. Oh, that's great. I'm sure that's the first of many. That's great to hear. So, what do you guys have accomplished so much in such short time in the high school game? What do you think you guys can improve on, and what are you guys really working towards, going into next year?
Well, first of all, I want to get my dribble better because, when I get, older, I'm not going to be, a big man because, everyone's, 6'10" now. I'm 12 years old, so.
Oh, yeah. Focus on the point guard.
Yeah.
Know the role. Good stuff. So I talked about what I maybe thought of favorite. I went in and took your favorite moment of the season. I said Walpole. It could be a lot different. Maybe you guys can go one at a time. But what was your favorite moment of the season? Because you went 22-0. Both you guys got Patriot League MVPs, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm sure again, you guys are team players. I'm just giving you guys that right now. But what was your favorite part of the season?
My favorite part of the season was probably Walpole too.
Okay.
It was a very intense game and went straight down to the end. And after I made that dunk, I was throwing my hands and I was getting the crowd into it.
Love it.
After the buzzer went off, everyone stormed the court. It was
Nice.
great.
Zappy zone in full effect.
Yeah.
There we go. Awesome. How about you, Orla?
For me, it was probably during the regular season. We had a Women Hanson game, and we weren't supposed to win that game. So
Yeah, they were good this year.
Yeah.
That was a good team.
we beat them, and then obviously our 2 home playoff games were big for us. Those are really fun for not just me, but
Oh yeah, and that's great. The school made them. I saw they made them double headers. So
Yeah.
you had the fans for both games. It was a
Yeah, it was
marathon.
really
Wow,
fun.
that must
Yeah.
have been incredible.
Yeah.
That place must have been rocking.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I think you guys had 2 wins, and then you guys had tough draws in the tournament seedings, and you guys both played top seeds.
Yeah.
So how does that? We talked about what you got to work on for next season. Malden Catholic was a wagon, so there's no disappointment in losing that, and Norwood was a good team too. But how do you kind of leaving that court? I'm sure in a little bit of disgust, being I want to get further than here next year. Mm-hmm. What was your kind of thought process right now of remembering that game but taking the good stuff out of it instead of think about the loss?
I mean, it was pretty disappointing I can say for both of us,
Mm-hmm.
but we just have to, well, for me at least, we have to go into more things prepared and be more ready for everything so we can get further in the tournament.
I also think we both should have been ranked way higher than
Yeah.
8.
I agree.
Kind of got.
Yeah.
In our division, the 5 and 6 seed got out in the first round. I was like,
Yeah.
why are they even?
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
didn't bother. Come on now.
And in particular, you guys had a great season, but the girls went undefeated. And they were the
Yeah.
8th seed in the
Like,
tournament.
Whitman Hanson
Yeah.
was the 5 seed.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't because they when I played, I played baseball, but when I was in the tournaments, they would do the South sectionals, and then they switched it all up now to the citywide. So I don't understand it really. I looked at it in football because I covered some high school football this last fall, and you had one seed, like Severian hosting a team from like Western Mass, and they would get no fans or anyone from Western Mass, and then go in there and lose by like 40 points. So like what they just drove like 6 hours.
Sucks.
Yeah, it's awful.
Sounds awful.
Back to more Quincy questions. So, I always like a good pizza. Subs or anywhere. If you're anywhere after school, you're going around, you're looking for a quick slice, or just give me your favorite food in Quincy. Where do you like to go for a nice dish?
You can go first.
Honestly, probably Balducci's.
Oh, Balducci's good spot.
A great choice.
The Buffalo Calzones.
Buffalo Calzones. I'm a pizza connections like my favorite. Buffalo chicken calzone. I'd put that up against that one any day. The chicken Caesar salad wrap. That takes the cake at Balducci's for me.
Pepperoni
do you have
pizza.
a good one?
Probably Old Railroad for pizza.
Old Railroad. There we
Yeah.
go. I'm like a Wallaston, West Quincy guy, so I see it all. I like
Yeah.
food. We all like food. Steele, you got anything else?
I guess going into the tournament, like when you guys were undefeated, did you guys feel that like extra pressure?
I mean, yeah, there was definitely a lot of pressure, but still, we were still the underdog, so a lot of people didn't expect us to win. So it was a lot of pressure, but it was fun for the most part.
Oh yeah, undefeated underdog.
Yeah.
Wild stuff.
It's pretty crazy.
I have a good thing question. So you guys are sophomores going your junior year now. There's always, middle school kids. I mean, you guys were there once before. Seventh, 8th grade kids going to go into high school, play high school basketball. What would you tell them now in your experience that you've gone through of what to expect, playing high school basketball, whether it's, practices 5 days a week, you're playing games, Wednesday and Friday nights, whenever they are. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just tell them, like, what would you expect out of that? And even give them the North Quincy pitch. Why would you go to North Quincy instead of, going to play at a private school?
I mean, actually, you can go first.
Well, first of all, you gotta practice, if you want to really be good at it, you gotta practice, at least 5 times a week.
Yeah.
And you gotta play, all the time. Because if you just play 2 times a week, you're not gonna get any better. Because there's always someone that's doing better than you.
Who's working harder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree to that, too. And then to a point of, when you compare it to... Because I went to a private school and then I went to a public school. I had a great experience at the private school. But, when you play in front of, public school fans where the same kids that are rooting for you in the stands or from the same city, you grew up with them basically your whole life, at least in my experience. And I just took it away of, I played Quincy High hockey, and when those Quincy and North Quincy games came, those were the best because you would see everyone would be going to those games. They would know everyone who's playing. I'm sure you guys saw the whole magic this year of, that's another good question too of the Quincy North, because I don't think maybe that's just because we're homers, but those Quincy North games, that atmosphere is like no other.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty insane because how many people come to watch.
Oh, and
The
and
games are absolutely packed.
Yeah.
mm-hmm. And you can have one team can be really bad and the other team can be really good,
Yeah,
and
it doesn't
it's
matter.
anyone's game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to dunk on
Yeah.
Quincy High, of course. Naturally.
Do you guys know of the legends at North Quincy, the people who are up on the walls, their names? Will you be up on the wall?
Hopefully.
Do you know of Kyle
cool.
Costa and these? Do you know those?
Yeah, we know.
You know them?
Yeah.
Kyle's a coach, right? Is Kyle a coach?
Yeah, he helped.
Don't ask me.
He helped.
Who is the coach of North Quincy? Is it Kevin? But Mr. Barrett?
Yeah.
Oh, good guy.
Yeah, it's a good guy.
Good guy.
It's a Paul Forbes.
Good guy. I almost played for him. I didn't make it to varsity, but
But do they have
Shocking.
do they have kids come back a lot? Does Anthony come back? I know the Gould twins coach, right?
Yeah,
So that
they've had a few kids come back this year.
Yeah.
Probably 20 kids.
oh, that's awesome.
Just to come and watch, and they come in the locker room.
Oh,
and
that's
talk to
great.
us and stuff.
can you give some names?
Efton Buka.
Yep. Yeah, he was good.
He helps out a lot.
Oh, nice. That's great. Yeah, they had a great team back. Him and Anthony and Jarakis, rest in peace. Yeah. They had a
I
good
feel like I've seen Dennis Martin around with you guys
he
now.
was a good player too. He was a heck of
I
a player.
thought I saw that he goes to your games.
But
Never mind.
That was around. Yeah, he played around the Doug Scott days. So I think
Yeah.
when Doug was point guard on Quincy, D-Mart was the point guard on North. I think it was.
Are you aware of Doug Scott and the record you broke?
Yes.
Have you met him before?
Yeah, I met him.
What did he shake your hand and say
Yeah.
good job? He's been on this show before.
Yeah. I'm sure he wasn't salty. I'm sure he was more than happy
Yeah, he was
someone to
pretty
break his
happy.
record.
Yeah.
That's great to see. My kind of last question here, wrapping up. What do you guys fully expect for? I know it's probably still like 9 months away, but what do you fully expect going next season? I mean, obviously you want to do better in the playoffs, but 22-0 this season. Was it 19-5? I mean, you can't beat that. Can you?
Win a championship.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to get them to. I wanted them to say that, not you.
Sorry.
Yeah. Championship, okay.
Yeah,
I like
championship
that.
and bust. Let's ride.
Exactly.
Are you guys like big basketball fans, like NBA, NCAA, all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff? Like who's your inspirations or whatnot, or favorite players?
My favorite player is Trae Young.
Trae Young,
Oh,
For me, it's Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
okay, good
Ooh,
choices.
Dish.
Point guards.
Good
Point
stuff.
guards. Like it.
Trae Young, you like the shots, or you think that he's just like he's got the whole package?
He also just got like the most total assists and total points in the NBA right now.
So he's everything.
Yeah.
He's a 10. I think he's a 9 or 10 seed though. That's gonna be a
they're
tough game.
they're in
We'll
the
see
game
how it
like
goes.
once,
Thoughts on the Celtics?
I think they're
They're
going to
on
be pretty
fire
good.
right now.
Yeah. Hopefully, they're going to get the net, so.
Tough
Probably gonna be
matchups.
tough.
Tough matchups.
Yeah.
You guys got tough matchups. Now the Celtics gonna get tough matchups.
Yeah.
I think we'll be going more into it, but yeah, it stinks that they got the net.
hate
It's
this.
gonna stink that they got the nets. Except you wanted that, Steele.
Feed me them.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Not worried.
When does school end?
June.
June 18th, I think, or something around there.
Like,
Love
Any big plans for the summer?
just traveling.
Just kicking it,
Yeah.
traveling.
With, like, our AAU.
Yeah.
We go
Oh,
far.
awesome. Where do you guys like range out to? Like anywhere fun?
Indianapolis.
Oh wow.
I'm going to Vegas.
Yeah.
Nice.
What AAU team is this?
ASA.
Oh, I'm not gonna act like.
What do you-
Well,
what do you want
I
me to
did. I played AAU
Oh, I was
basketball.
gonna say, what do you want to be the?
Are the Boston Are the Pops still around? I don't think so. But Bay State Magic.
BSM isn't a team anymore.
That's what they just said.
It's
Oh, wow.
Bay State Jags.
Oh, that's
Oh,
the Jags
okay.
now.
There's a Middlesex Magic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Middlesex. Okay, because Middlesex and Bay State were like the big teams when we were growing up.
I feel like I was probably on like an AAU team that they put together, like a rich kid's dad, and like
just
we weren't
watch.
good. We were pretty good, but
Decent.
yeah,
We're the highlights, dude.
they're out there.
Who? Okay, so we'll put the verses now. So who do you think would win in like a 3-point competition?
Like, for us two?
Yeah.
Him.
Oh yeah. Would it be good? Like, what do you think?
I think so. It'll be close.
You're pretty humble. I like that. But get more expressive.
I bet it would be pretty close.
Close.
Yeah.
I wish we had a court outside. We'd do it like
Wait,
on the legs.
Could we make that happen? Would you guys be willing to shoot a video, maybe like when it's a little nicer out at the mount or something?
We could.
Yeah, I could definitely.
That would be a good video.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys? Are you like the kind of players that want to like? Do you want to play in college? She was
Yeah.
saying she. What any dream schools?
I'd like to go to like Syracuse or something.
Syracuse, the Orange.
The Orange man.
Shooting big.
I like that.
I like
Shooting
that.
big.
That's great.
Did you watch the NCAA tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite team? Who'd you like?
I picked Gonzaga to win.
Gonzaga, and they blew it.
Yeah.
I was thinking I get a little bit of Adam Morrison vibes from you with the long hair. I've never seen you play, but do you know who he is? Do you remember that guy? No.
He was a beast on Gonzaga.
He was a
That's-
beast,
that's
and now
it.
he's a nobody, unfortunately. But
St. Peter's, that was a great run.
I like Purdue.
Purdue was good.
Yeah.
I like my favorite guy of the tournament, who won the tournament, Remy Martin,
Yeah.
point
He was
guard
good,
there,
yeah.
nailed a couple threes there to propel them over North Carolina. It was cool to see North Carolina and Duke match up in the Final Four, huh?
Yeah.
Too, yeah. Mm-hmm. And the women's too. You had a good ending there of South Carolina's, slowly but surely becoming the UConn.
Yeah.
and
They're
they
going to be
beat
really
UConn.
good.
Yeah, it's cool.
I know, yeah, that girl's a monster.
Yeah.
South
Yeah.
Carolina,
She's from-
Jesus.
Well, she played against my sister in high school, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, really?
Wow, yeah, that's crazy.
so what do they have all summer long? Is it mainly you guys just are doing AAU and like
Yeah.
do the high school coaches like stay on you to or
Yeah.
they
They always
always
they
check
just say
in,
go
yeah.
they let you go loose with AAU and see you next school
Yeah,
year?
basically.
Yeah. Just saying.
Now you playing with like a bunch of local players like from other schools around here, or is it like more of like an all Mass team or all New England team?
Kind of like all Mass.
Yeah.
All Mass,
Yeah.
nice. And I'm trying to remember the names of. So you guys said like a couple acronyms. So what's the full name of the AAU teams you play for?
ASA Select.
ASA Select. So what does ASA stand for?
A step ahead.
A step ahead. Wow, that's great. And how about you, Orlagh?
It's Michael Carter Williams. He's in that NBA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. He's a local guy. He's a Mass.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
from Mass. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. So a lot of traveling, a lot of basketball. Great stuff to hear.
Yeah. Where's the coolest place it's brought you guys so far? Like AAU, where have you traveled? Your favorite spot?
I went to Virginia one time.
Orlando probably for me.
Orlando,
Yeah.
like Disney.
We were like kind of around there. We just didn't go to like Disneyland.
Oh, okay.
Gotta go next time.
Yeah, I gotta go next time.
That's a must stop.
Well, no, I didn't know because they have a great sports complex in there. I always wanted to play like a baseball tournament growing up in there. It looks like a great take, but playing in Florida regardless, or even just outside the neck of the woods to get out of here for a little bit. It's probably awesome.
He's hitting the Vegas Strip. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, that's great.
Be careful out there.
We'll end on that. Daithi and Orlagh, really appreciate you coming
Yes,
on
thank
tonight, and we'll be watching. Best of luck throughout the rest of the way. I'm looking forward to, hopefully a couple championships coming home. I'm a Quincy guy, and I'm still rooting for North. I don't even care.
As a Raider, I'll be the super fan. What's it called? The Zappy Zone?
Oh yeah, that was our caller of the year. Joe Zappi was our caller of the year.
I'll definitely be at some games next
Magic
year.
Mike and Joe Zappi. God.
Dynamic duo.
What a team.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
2022 is here. Do you have your resolution? Here's an idea. Make your way down to Slight Edge Fitness and Performance located in Braintree, Mass. Owned and operated by Coach Craig Kelly, you can be assured you are getting the best training around. Whether looking to improve your health or gain a slight edge on your competition, this is the gym for you. Group fitness classes as well as personalized one-on-one training are both available. Make sure to visit slightedgefit.com as well as follow them on Instagram at Slight Edge Fitness and set up a consultation today. It's time to get fit, so let it rip.
And that was Daithi Quinn and Orlagh Gormley of the North Quincy basketball teams. Both catalysts, over 20 points a game on both sides there. Just impressed with, like I said before the interview, coming in here, basically, a hostile environment to where, they're not on mics every day and they're kind of trying to tell this story of, the year itself and, the performances they put up. I mean, Gormley I would have been a lot more like bragging about breaking Doug Scott's, record, and she was just kind of like, all right, I want to break. She didn't say it, but it kind of seemed like, oh, she wants to break like her own record.
She was humble. Both very humble, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I feel like definitely if we were talking to like kids that we went to school with that were doing that, they would have been acting a lot different.
if I dunked in a game, brother, I'd break
Yeah,
it
yeah.
every second of the day.
Then again, Anthony Green is humble too. But I feel like I remember my North Quincy basketball team as not being humble people.
Oh, for sure. You could check out my baseball team. That is starting picture on there. That what they Texas A&M. I'll leave it at that. But we'll get into the Celtics talk as big comeback of the season. It's good to see they really turned things around after being 23-24. They finished with a 51-31 record, good enough for the second seed in the Eastern Conference. They're going to play the win, which unfortunately they're catch-22. They're going to play the winner of the Brooklyn Nets Cleveland Cavaliers play-in game, which is set for Tuesday night. We're actually recording on a Monday night here in the studio, so by the time you listen to this, you probably know who we're playing. I think I already know who we're playing in the Brooklyn Nets. Steele, I'll give you the first word. What do you think about the season in general, and what do you see kind of in the first round series?
It's one of the funnest. It's crazy how it became one of the worst seasons I've ever watched the Celtics in my life, and it's become one of the best, one of the funnest. I mean, this team since January 1st or whatever has just been electric to watch. But I think they came together, unreal defense, and I think it's their time to shine. I think they can still prove it.
They're going to have to prove a lot because as great as they've played so far, they have one of their better players out, and that's tough when you're going to go down this type of road that they're going to go down. And, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown have had great seasons. We can see if they get it done in crunch time. But if you look at it, for me, I think it's more of who are they going to play? And the Brooklyn Nets here, the 7th seed, the Vegas odds is the second best team to come out of the East. You have Kevin Durant, who's the baddest guy in the league when he's at the full top of his potential. I hate me some Kyrie Irving, but the guy's a hell of a player. They have a deep role players, deep team. 7th seed you do not want to see in the first round. And then if you get by the Brooklyn Nets, then you get probably the Milwaukee Bucks, who reigning world champions. So it's a tough road for the Celtics if they're gonna want to if they get to the Eastern Conference Finals, they're gonna have to earn it because both these teams are, like I said, the top 2 teams that people are predicting to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. And for me, Celtics, it's going to be a tough road to get up there. Really happy to see how far they've come this season. Ime Udoka, no question, should be the coach of the year.
Unanimously.
Yeah, Marcus Smart, I know they're throwing Rudy Gobert there in the conversation, but that's a Defensive Player of the Year top candidate. I think he should finally win it.
Yeah, get Rudy Gobert out of my face.
Yeah, that's the thing without
Get that guy out of here.
Without award, though, 3 people could win it every single year. They'll just give it to someone else. So give it to Marcus this year. Do yourself a favor. He finally got away from chucking up a million threes a game and started understanding his role a lot more, which is to be a facilitator and to really make his presence known on defense, which he does on a night in night out basis. But don't have me not forgetting about his defense with, poor shooting. And he's a real selective guy now. It's been great to see.
Oh, it's been great. I mean, how many times during, the past couple years have you said, what the fuck are you doing, Marcus?
Yeah.
And it's just he dinks a 3 with 20 seconds left on the shot clock.
So we're forgetting about Cleveland here. Cleveland's playing Brooklyn in the first round. The city of Cleveland in general, I have no faith in. They've been a great story this year. But I think Cleveland is actually going to be the first team to go through this. This is my prediction. I think they're going to lose the playing game to the Nets. And then they're going to lose to the Hawks or the Hornets. They're just going to get completely shunned out. That's my prediction.
That's something that should happen to that.
How does this go?
So the 7 through 10 seeds get in the playoffs. So the Brooklyn and Nets and Cleveland Cavs, 7 seed versus 8 seed. The loser of that game will play the winner of the 9 versus 10.
I see. Oh, I
it's weird.
thought if you lose these games, that's your playoffs.
No, so if Brooklyn or the Cavs lose, they get one more game, which is the 8th place game. So they're playing in the 7th place game.
And then is it a series or it's
No, it's a one game.
Oh, okay.
So then
So it could be Cavs versus let's Cavs lose and then they maybe play.
And then they play Atlanta.
The Hawks.
Atlanta or Hornets, and the winner of that game will play the Heat in the first round as the 8th seed.
Trae Young.
So bottom line, I think both the Hawk and Hornets teams are pretty good. But if you really think about it as well, and I don't want to compare it to baseball because baseball is so much different in terms of if you get that one picture, anyone can win.
Oh, yeah.
But these are any given Sunday games. I'm talking smack about the Cleveland Cavaliers right now, but they could mess around and beat Brooklyn tomorrow night.
One game isn't anything can happen kind of mentality.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing with this Nets series. I know we are. I am afraid of them for sure. Mainly just because Williams is out. If we have him in a 7-game series, I'm not as worried. But we'll see how much of a fucking factor that is.
But I'm already ready to step out on that, flag there and be the first round series is the Boston Celtics against the Brooklyn Nets. I'm ready to just
it's gonna happen.
Start the playoff preview, so I'm gonna get it going around. Steele, what's your prediction for that series? It's gonna be a hard fought series unless Cleveland spoils it. They don't spoil anything.
No,
besides losing.
Having faith in that. No, get Cleveland out of my face. Nets. I think even with Rob Williams, I think we'd win. Handedly. I think it would not even be because that's one of the worst defensive basketball teams in the history of the sport. Mm-hmm. I do not fear that team at all. It's going to be Tatum versus Kevin Durant. That last game we played against the Nets was unbelievable. It was I think Tatum had 50.
That was the best game I've ever seen Jason Tatum play. No question about it. And, no fans or butts.
Big time. And if him and Jaylen Brown just do their thing, play some solid defense. And you can't really stop Kevin Durant. Kyrie's probably more of an X factor because KD's just going to do his thing.
Yeah, so that's when Marcus Smart kind of comes up big because he'll be playing man on man with Kyrie Irving there. You got a prediction?
Celtics in 6.
Celtics in 6. See, I'm a homer, and I I just think of Kyrie stepping on the court and, all this motivation for the Celtics team. And for me, I think the Celtics beating Brooklyn Nets in the first round and then losing in the second, I think that would be a win for this team. I think beating the Brooklyn Nets in a playoff series, they have everyone healthy. They could have Ben Simmons back, even though that guy's the biggest loser I probably know on the face.
We should probably want him back, to be honest. He'll fuck something up.
Unfortunately, you're not going to like my prediction because it ends bad for this team. The Celtics have played so well but I said it on last week's episode. You do not want to run into this team in the first round. It seemed like they had it for a second. They seemed like it was going to be the perfect Milwaukee-Brooklyn matchup. But when it comes down to it, man, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving has shown me things in the playoffs that, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown just haven't done yet. And I really hope Tatum and Brown end up doing it, end up, shutting me up and shutting everyone in the league up, saying that they can't do it. Because I'm telling them right now, I'm calling them out. They got to show up for this series or they're not going to win. I'm going to take Brooklyn in 6. I think the Celtics have a great chance to stir it here. But,
I like this. I actually like this from Nazz because he's the biggest homer around. Well,
I'm just trying to be truthful.
I like this.
This is a team I did not want to run into, and you're going to get them. And this is a team who's hungry, who's kind of been being bashed all season. They're 44-38. They're pretty much 500 like 90% of the way through the season. They haven't had any of their guys healthy. Now they have them healthy. This is the time where they shine. And unfortunately for the Celtics, they just got a tough draw. And like we just said, the Daithi and Orlagh there, that they ran the tough teams in the Mass high school playoffs. And the Celtics are running,
a little bit different, but
they're running into a freight train in the Nets. And I think.
I don't know if I'd call the Nets a freight train.
I just don't think the Nets are the team you think they are. I just don't see it. I don't think it is. You're seeing names and just.
I look at it.
They also could be like putting us in a nice spider's web, and it could be fucking Nets in 4 for all.
I look at history in this.
I'll go Nets in 4. Fuck it, Nets in 5. I'm baffled. I really am baffled by this series. They should have lost that game last night. Why would they? The Celtics shouldn't they have lost?
If they lost, they could have dropped. They could have dropped. They would have dropped the 4 actually. Then they would have played Toronto, and they would have Jaylen Brown would have been. I would have rathered that. I would have rathered that.
No, I wouldn't.
I would have rathered that.
I'd rather get this hyphy. I mean, I want to see Kyrie maybe get killed at the Garden. That's enough to look
playoff Garden. Let's go.
No. As a fan, this was the series.
I would not have wanted to see Jaylen Brown be like, I have to go get a vax to play in a playoff series. Because I mean, he's an important factor for sure.
For sure.
And that would have been a tough. That's a shitty storyline.
Yeah, the Sixers are I think Thibault, the 3-point shooter, he can't play in Toronto.
Yeah,
because they're playing them. But no, as a fan, this is the.
He's not exactly a Jaylen Brown. But
no, definitely not. I agree. But as a fan, this is the series you want. This is oh my god, this is it. This is what it's worked up to since Kyrie Irving left the Celtics a couple years back.
And where you got the upper hand. Usually it would be like them as a 2 seed and us as a 7.
That's what I mean. Don't throw the seeds out the window.
The seeds are. I agree.
Besides getting 4 home games, the seeds are completely out the window. And
those home games will be a factor.
But I will to Steele's point as well. Steele, cut in a sec, but the Brooklyn Nets defense has been atrocious these last 20 games, and that's something I'd also really look at. So, to my point exactly, is Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are going to have to come out and absolutely ball. And when they get double teamed, when they kind of covering both of them, these guys like Peyton Pritchard, even Grant Williams getting out there, they're going to have to hit some shots. Because if you don't have guys working with them like they've been working the last 20, 30 games, that's why they've been piecing up these teams.
Annihilating them.
Because the top two of that, they've been the catalyst. No question about that at all. But when you're telling me about team... they're probably the most well-rounded team in basketball right now if they all play to their potential.
Yeah, potential.
If they all play to their strengths.
Is there a big man issue on fucking the Nets? I know they got Drummond.
Drummond's kind of...
Is he even that good?
No, he's not good, but he'll shine against the Celtics because the Celtics don't... Yeah. That's a weakness to them.
He's just bigger. And they're going to have trouble with him a little bit.
Yeah, I think some guys to look out for in that series that could really get you is who's the guard who used to play for the Spurs there?
Patty Mills.
Patty Mills could be an X factor.
We'll probably hate Patty Mills in a week and a half.
And Seth Curry. I'm trying to think of other guys on that team. Blake Griffin doesn't get any minutes for that team anymore. He's
I hope it's just a straight up. Let's see who the better duo is.
Yeah.
Kyrie, KD, or Jalen and Jason.
Before we spin it to baseball, who do you got? Who do you got in the? Well, we'll start right now. The championship. Who's coming out of the East and who's coming out of the West? Completely unbiased.
It's probably going to be the Bucks in the Eastern Conference. I mean, the
Yeah.
Bucks are that's just the reality of that. The West is a little tougher. I would like to see the Phoenix Suns get back in there, but
See,
I don't know. I don't know if I still. It's hard to trust them fully.
Yeah, I see a rematch coming. I think it's going to be Phoenix, Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
But the team I think to really look out for is the Golden State Warriors because they've kind of played pretty bad. The last 20 games ago. Because Steph Curry wasn't healthy, thanks to Marcus Smart. Klay Thompson just come back off injury. Draymond Green's been hurt. But they've won 5 in a row heading into the playoffs. They're the 3 seed. They're going to take on Denver in the first round. They're going to run, if they get by the first round, they're going to run into the Memphis Grizzlies, which has been the complete dark horse of the whole year.
I would love to see them in action.
I would love
to
see them in the championship, but my dark horse, because everyone's talking about Memphis, is not enough people are talking about the Golden State Warriors. I think there's a great chance they could get to the final, but I also think the Phoenix Suns are my pick to win the whole thing. But I think the Warriors could definitely be that surprise team that no one's looking at. You have any?
No, yeah, the Warriors. I think people are looking at the Warriors, dude.
Yeah,
they're the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, and I think the dark
class of the time.
Yeah, the dark horse of the Eastern Conference has to be the Celtics.
Oh yeah,
it has to be.
I think
They're the dark horse.
I'm riding them. I'm riding with Jimmy in that milk bet. I got them going. I'm making it.
You just said Brooklyn in 5.
That was a joke. That was a joke. I continue. I'm good. I gotta stay on the wagon. Ever since I got on the wagon, they've been fucking hot. I'm not gonna hop off now. I'm not worried about anyone. I've been watching these games lately. I don't know if other teams are tanking these games too. What's up with the Grizzlies? Did they have people sitting last night?
Yeah, they tanked the hell out of that game.
Okay.
Milwaukee tanked the hell out of their game last night, so they would be playing. So Milwaukee made out like bandits. So they're playing Chicago, who's been on a horrible tear in their last
suck.
10 games. I said this last week. That's the dream scenario you want. You want to be the 3 seed. You want to play Chicago in the first round, and then I guess no matter what, you're going to play a good team in the second round.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Celtics, their work comes in early and comes in hot. Where hopefully, look at this episode probably come out Wednesday and Thursday. And Cleveland wins. Then all this is irrelevant.
Hopefully.
But
that would be beautiful.
I'd be all for that. That'd be great. I don't think
I'm down to face fucking Cleveland.
No, I'm so down to face.
Go to war with Cleveland any day.
Give me Cleveland, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I'd love to see it, and I'm not. At this point, you can't be afraid to face Brooklyn because it's inevitable. It's probably going to happen. And I think we need to get back in the arena. I think for a Kyrie Irving game, I think the boys got to sack up, get some Celtics tickets. And
I don't hate the sound of that. Tarps off, balcony.
See you there. See you
there.
Tarps off.
No Anton, he'll get us kicked out.
Fair.
Yeah.
But no, Anton's got to be Anton's got to be there.
So you got the Celtics win the ship, Magic?
Not the ship, but get into the ship. I got them versus.
Sedona?
Give me the Mavs.
Sedona? Mavs?
Give me the Mavs.
Luka. Gross.
Let's just get weird. They're a good dark horse, no?
The Western Conference does look pretty weird because it's like the Suns, the Grizzlies, Golden State.
Yeah, you know what? Too,
Different
the Western
stuff.
Conference. The Western Conference is usually loaded, but the Eastern Conference is way more loaded this year than the Western Conference.
It's pretty even. No.
I don't know.
No.
I think the top 4 teams in the West. I think the top 3 teams in the West. If Kern's listening to this, I'm sorry, man. I don't think Dallas has a chance to make the final. I think there's only 3 teams that have a chance to make the final out of the West. I think it could be probably 5-6 teams in the Eastern Conference that could make the final.
But you're not you're just judging that off the fact that it's like a shit fuck over here. On the East.
Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
Well, the Heat
You're not saying there's 5 or 6 teams worthy of the final.
making the final. I think absolutely. I think the Heat The Heat have had a great season. The Celtics are a dark horse team. Milwaukee's the defending champions. Philly should have the MVP. If he doesn't win the MVP, that's a travesty, and Joel Embiid not winning.
Nah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, I like him. And then I don't think, Toronto doesn't chance Chicago. So I'll cut to 5 because Brooklyn.
It's time for me to tune in. I'm tuning in. It's playoff time.
Yeah.
Logged on.
Could
Let's
finally
go.
get there.
See you at the wall.
See you at the parade.
Yeah, let's
Dang.
go.
So
I'd
what do
love
we?
to see it.
Yeah, this is gonna be. When does this start up?
Sunday.
Starts actually Tuesday's the play-in game tomorrow.
Beautiful.
But Celtics' first game is Sunday.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Let's go.
We're going to transition now into the first weekend of the MLB season. In particular, Steele's Yankees taking 2 out of 3 from the
Boys
Boston
are back.
Red Sox. First takeaway from the whole series, Garrett Cole's a complete bitch.
I
think you, have to
respectfully
agree with
disagree.
me. I think you have to agree.
Respectfully disagree.
He was complaining about the...
The 4-minute thing was dumb as shit. I'm aware.
He was
That's all.
complaining about 4 minutes of why he got pieced up in the first inning. I don't care.
That's weakness, Steele. That's not a Cy Young kind of thing.
If Voldy said that after the game, I would have been out on that guy.
Fact.
So takeaways. I'll start Brownie and the Yankees a little bit. Anthony Rizzo looked like probably the Yankees' best player in that series. He was incredible. Feel like every time they needed a hit, he came up big. Giancarlo Stanton, obviously a wagon. The Yankees are here offensively this year. We'll see how their pitching holds up. But it seemed like they were, getting big-time hits at the end of the games, which had them come back from Friday night, which had them come back from Saturday night. I thought they were going to do it again last night, but
close.
My guy, they were calling him Deekman. He killed it last night.
Yeah, that sucked. But one of them, the second game was definitely my favorite of the weekend because, I very rarely get W's due to, Alex Cora fucking up. And he fucked up. Kept Pavetta in there, and Giancarlo Stanton took him to the moon. And that's literally how they won.
That guy hits the bloody piss out of the ball. It's crazy.
His first home run in the first game was the funniest, Yankee Stadium home run I've ever seen. I think it went, 10 feet off the ground. Just went right out.
He had pop, like you said. He had pop. I missed it. He had pop on it, but it was just very low.
Yeah, I think it went front row, right field, Yankee Stadium, short porch.
Yeah, is Joey Gallo a loser?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's.
I want that. I would put Brett Gardner back out.
And I saw some Yankees article too that everyone's already sick of Aaron Hicks's bullshit.
Yeah, him too. He's been there too long. Yeah. It's just being mediocre, not that
good.
For
the Red Sox. Kiki Hernandez still hasn't gotten a hit yet.
Loser.
But he made a sick play last night while he was on the microphone with the commentator booth. So that was big team morale points.
What do you mean? He was talking while he was playing?
Yeah, he had a mic.
Yeah, the mic'd up in between the inning type
thing.
thing.
A Judge hit a deep one to center field, and he made a jump up catch right near the wall, and he was mic'd in. So I thought that was pretty badass. I really like what I saw out of the starting pitching. Nathan Eovaldi pitched really well. I think Pavetta was good. They just left him in too long. I thought he pitched really well. And then I think Tanner Hawk only went 3 and some change, but seemed like he was doing his thing out there. The ball just gets away from him too much. He needs to figure it out. Yeah, I think he hit another person last night. He's gonna kill somebody.
Oh yeah, well that slider's just too ridiculous.
Yeah,
just reel it in, dude.
Verdugo with a nice Saturday. That was a bomb.
That guy's the worst.
My favorite player right there. Bobby D, big game-winning homer last night. It's gonna be nice. We'll see if because I think the first game I watched his first 2 at-bats and he didn't even come close to even touching the ball. So it's good to see him bounce back last night and get it done. It's only a matter of time before Tristan Casas comes up and takes his position. But until then, Jackie Bradley, no hits. I predicted opening day that he was going to have 3 strikeouts and 1 home run. I think he struck out 4 times.
Yikes.
Yeah, so
that could be me tonight at softball.
That guy is miserable, dude. I don't know why in the hell you brought that guy back.
We talk about it every week. I just can't. That trade is just. I don't even know the word to use anymore. I've used too many.
One thing that was great for me this weekend with that too was DJ LeMahieu tying it up, taking Garrett Whitlock deep because they were basically just sucking that guy off on the broadcast.
Oh, opening day, right?
Yeah. He can't be touched. Garrett Whitlock, and then DJ LeMahieu just took him deep.
That was another Little League field homer, right? Not even ripping it, but that That's what happened.
Your field's a little league field too.
No,
dude.
that right field is nuts.
This is tough. This is tough to listen to. I don't know what's going on here. The battle. I don't know.
The dimensions. We're talking about dimensions.
I know.
Yeah, the stadium that they play in, like when they're.
I know.
They can hit it over the short porch too. You know.
I know.
Apparently they don't. I don't get it. It makes no sense that they argue about that. It went out of the park.
It's like it's a little league field. You want to go? Let's go up to Corey D after this. Hit a couple pop-ups. They'll be going on to Yankee Stadium.
So are you more convinced on the Yankees after this week?
Oh
after
no,
this
I mean
first
like
three
dude,
games?
it's the first.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, it doesn't.
We just went out for a cup of coffee, pal. Like trying to
Baseball
do the
sucks.
season.
I'm boycotting baseball this season.
I got chirped for the Garrett Cole home run by a couple people, and I was like, dude, it's literally like there's like 2 batters into the fucking season.
It's
Like,
such-
I don't
it-
even care.
The game's so fucking long. It's just a long outing of a
And then
day to
Rizzo
watch
came
all that.
up, yeah, they were talking about so the pitchers have like a sensor now of like how long they have pitch, and I guess now they're blaming the hitters for how long it takes. It's just never ending. It's a sport that just it's gonna be long no matter what. So if you don't like it, just like leave. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, that's absolutely it. Like a lot of people, like when someone's like, "Oh, the games like take too long," it's like, dude, like I like watching baseball.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
give a shit.
If you like it, I got no power to you.
Yeah.
I love baseball, but I'm kind of with the audience of like I can only watch unless it's like a big game. Red Sox Yankees I can watch, but if like I don't know if Sox are playing like the Tigers tonight, I'll watch like a couple innings. You know, see if what Rafael Devers does. But after that, I'm kind of just like.
Like if I make it to age 60 or 70, maybe then I'll tune in and be like, this is my life now. Like 12 pack or 30 pack of the Budweisers.
Yeah, right.
And baseball.
Betting on everything.
Sure, why not? If I have money and my health, I'll be a baseball guy at 70 because that seems like the right age to get involved in it.
Nah, I can see you more as a country club
I'm a
guy.
softball guy. No, fuck that. I'm definitely not going to watch golf. I didn't watch a minute of the fucking Masters. We want to talk about that at all?
I didn't see
Who's the
much.
guy who won? Don't even know him. Don't care.
Scotty Scheffler.
Scotty what?
Scotty Scheffler.
No offense to the scrambled, but who the hell is this guy?
That's a great golf name, though.
Oh yeah.
That's a golf
And
name.
Were you really going to give a hundo away to a retweeter?
Oh, if Sanjay won, yeah, absolutely.
How much were you going to win if he won?
Like 2,500.
Okay.
Yes, I mean that's just
That's generous. Give back to the people.
Yeah,
I
we're
like.
part of the people. Part of the people.
part of the people. Yeah, so we finished baseball there. Just a little touch on the Masters too. Tiger made the cut, great win, and then he just like completely dropped the ball. Like he finished at 1 over to make the cut. Like the cut was like +4, and then he finished like +15. He just got like it was just good enough to see him out there, you know, but he just didn't have it. And that's a tough course, man. If you're not ready, I'm sure he knows more than anyone. But
He has one there once or
yeah,
twice.
my boy Sanjay, big shout out to Sanjay M. Really, kept me focused at least all 4 days. He was the leader after the first day. I'm like, all right, let's not talk it up too much. Plus 5,500 dog. Ended up going down a little bit. The winner ended up, Scotty Scheffler, went away.
Yeah, he was up like all weekend, wasn't he?
The,
Like,
cra-
did
the
he just, like,
crazy
win it?
part, which I guess we'll get into golf a little bit. Scotty Scheffler was at -12 going into like the 18. He hits it on the green, and he's like 5 strokes above Rory McIlroy, who's like -7, and then he missed like two or three gimme putts in a row. So he finished at like -9 or 10, which you never see. So he was going for like the ultimate choke. Like if he was only up by like 2 strokes, he would have just blew it.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, I would be like horrified to have like a 1-stroke lead going into Sunday
Oh,
at
my
golf.
God.
That would be terrifying. Like being on the
No.
leaderboard like up one, because golf is such like
I don't want any part of
you
that.
can crumble so quickly in that, and it's just like I don't.
No one to
think-
blame but you.
Yeah. Like you just fucked it all up.
Same as the UFC, I guess.
Yeah, I played a private course this weekend with intern Andrew. Big plug did for intern Andrew. He actually played great. He played
He's
well.
still with us?
He's still with us.
What's he do?
Oh, he's chilling. He's on the hunt. That was a crazy course too. Big shout out to Thorny Leaf there. All right, we'll dive right into the UFC 273. I saw me and Steele saw it. You saw it?
I watched bits and pieces at
Bits
the
and
Irish
pieces.
pub. Shout out to the pub.
Naturally.
Yep, naturally. The big takeaway from the fights, And it wasn't even for me. There was a big upset in the last 3 of the fights. But the big takeaway for me was that Gilbert Burns is a really bad man. Because Khamzat Chimaev, came in there. I don't even think going out of the first round against anyone. Finally, his biggest test there. I think he was 11th contender in their division against Gilbert Burns as the number 2. And it seemed like early on that Burns was going to get knocked out. Held us up. Definitely the fight of the year so far. It was good to see. I knew Burns lost, but it was definitely 2-1.
Yeah, definitely.
That
100%.
he got around. And you know what? There was only a couple times where I was like, wow, he's kind of getting beat up. At the end of the day, Khamzat's here, and I don't think he's untouchable. I think that, you look at guys that he's starting to be compared to, like Khabib. Khabib was never in a fight like that ever in his career, right?
No, not really.
Not really. So that was Khamzat's first coming out party, and it was way more of a challenge than anyone anticipated. And for that, big shout out to Burns.
Well, Gilbert Burns, yeah.
That guy is Khabib's cousin, yes?
I don't believe so.
I don't believe so. No,
They're just
he's
kind of the same area. So they fucking might be.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's being compared to Khabib, or why'd you just say that?
Because he's got a quick come up. He's 11-0.
I got you.
He's not every day does the 11th contender in a weight class fight the number 2.
I got you.
So he got a big step up there, and he was a favorite by $1 billion.
And he deserved. The favorite part, everything involving Gilbert Burns, is kind of nuts. Almost like an overhype kind of, but he earned being the 11 that fought at 2. I mean, dude, his first 4 UFC fights, the one significant strike landed on him in 4 fights, one. That was it.
That's wild.
Just insane stuff. So that's what gets you there. And Gilbert Burns, and it was crazy too, because Gilbert Burns is an incredibly scary, incredibly strong man.
Yeah.
And he couldn't take Khamzat down when he tried, and it was just nuts seeing him not be unable to do that. But that's why he had to stand up and slug it out. And I mean, they both were just bleeding and just an absolute war. That fight was awesome.
Oh, it was great stuff. And then the upset of the night, do you have anything to add to that? Think you will see it?
I saw Burns bleeding for a little bit. I mean, I was in and out watching.
You get the salt and vinegar chips at the pub?
No.
You think
that's
he's
only a
got Colby?
Showtime thing.
Oh, he's got Colby. It'll be a hell of a fight, though.
You think he'll beat Colby?
I think he'll beat Colby. I think that...
Is Colby the one in this weight class?
He'll fight Colby next. That's going to be more of an electric fight.
Then it's Usman.
Then it's Usman. I'm really interested to see... Out of the gate, I got Khamzat beating him, but it's going to be very close, and it will be... I think it's way more of a challenge than Gilbert Burns, which says that Colby's got a great chance in this fight.
I just can't wait for it, because that's going to be one of the most electric hype up.
Shit
the shit talking between Khamzat and Colby is going to be incredible.
They're both very good at that.
It's going to be awesome. If they when he ran into Gilbert Burns backstage, they were just kind of hey, what's up, man? Smash you, we'll smash you. Him and Colby will go off.
Yeah. And then the upset of the night, Aljamain Sterling, who was a plus 330 dog, fought I guess
Jan?
Yeah, Peter Yan, who was the champion, but because of the technicalities before
being a dickhead.
But
being a guy in the head.
Yeah, but Sterling came in and took it with his submission moves. He had him on the ground, scared the entire time. I thought it was. So my first take was a Dana White kid said, "Oh, they scored it wrong." I thought Jan won, and that's that guy just trying to make more money because he wants a Jan Sterling 3.
Naturally.
And Sterling won. I think I watched that from beginning to end. He won that fight, no doubt. It was a split decision. It was a close fight. Don't get me wrong. Peter Yan got a lot of shots when they were up, but I think the ground and pound takedown of Aljamain Sterling there really got.
Oh yeah,
the
I think it was
job
the
done.
second round. You could have made it a 10-8 round because he was literally just in a triangle lock the entire time.
And he wasn't. Yeah, and he wasn't just trying to tap it out. He was kicking his ass. He was going up and down there. The main event, I left to go get Uber Eats because I knew this was going to be over in 4 rounds. Not 4 rounds. Well, that's what happened.
Shocking it got that.
Yeah, the Korean Zombie. Great story. If you don't know much about the Korean Zombie, he had a great reign, and then he's from South Korea, so they're you have to do mandatory 2 years of military, so he just hopped into military, came back out, and was even better in the UFC. He's been up and down, gets a title chance against Alexander Volkanovski, who's beaten Max Holloway twice. He's a bad man. I just thought, as good as a story as the Korean Zombie has, that it was ending that night. It ended the 4th round in punches. Steele, you saw it probably beginning to end. What did you think about that fight?
That was, that one, I mean, that one there wasn't a prayer. The other one you could like throw some money on Gilbert Burns or throw some money on Aljamain. That makes sense. Risk, see what happens. Volkanovski was 10 billion% gonna kick the shit out of that guy, and that is exactly what happened. Like I mean, like when it got stopped, like the Korean Zombie was still standing and just getting punched repeatedly like this, and Curve Dean was just like, dude, like fuck this, like stop it, and it just ended right there. Kind of was shocked, and it was kind of like, dude, like if you're stopping it right now, why didn't you stop it like 2 rounds ago, dude?
Yeah.
Like nothing changed.
My last takeaway from the night was I was, going back and forth. So I didn't know any of these guys. Vince Pitchell against Marco Madsen. I took Pitchell. I saw the face test. Pitchell probably the best mustache in UFC.
Yeah, that thing was intense.
He lost unanimous decision. But I said to Steele, I'm like, if I had known that, if I would have known he was going to lose, I probably would have bet him again, just because of the mustache.
What the stash look like?
Oh, it was just great.
Curly? Was it a curly Q one?
Like it was big. It was intense.
So that was my great.
What's his name?
Vince with a C, no E, Pitchell.
I
probably mispronounced it.
And that name's just like, that name's ridiculous.
Yeah, you're not gonna do it. So what do we got going this weekend, fellas? Anything good?
Going to Nashville.
That is right. Be there this weekend. Hattie B's I'm gonna do a Hattie B's review.
Might as well.
What is Hattie B's?
Best chicken on the planet.
Best chicken on the planet. We'll get the
great mustache on this guy. Jesus.
Yeah, it's great stuff. What else we got going? Anything good? We got the marathon on Monday. Yeah, that guy's a beast. Tank.
Marathon's on Monday?
Yep. Big shout out to James Nazz. He's actually texting me right now trying to call him. I don't know what he wants.
Probably to get a little quick shine on the pod.
Yeah, I'm giving him a big shout out here. Best of luck to him on Monday. It's going to be a grind. He's going to get after it. It's going to be good stuff.
Long day.
Also wanted to mention, we mentioned on the last podcast from the Fitzpatrick family. I think they're having their fundraiser for Emily Ann this weekend, who went through a tough COVID battle over the winter, and they're trying to support money for her. That's going down. I think it's at the Freeport. What's the yacht club?
VFW.
Yeah, something like that. VFW in Dorchester.
Yeah.
It's on Facebook. Look it up. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Support a great cause.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anything else before we wrap it up?
You're gonna go to like a Predators game while you're in Nashville?
Predators Blues. Putting the house on the Blues. Let's ride. Torrey Krug.
You gonna ride one of those bike things around where like
pedal bar? That could be
the pedal. Yeah, the pedal bar.
I think so. Maybe
strippers, strip club. Can't say that really. Sorry. I wonder how the Nashville strip clubs are. Now that got me myself curious.
Well,
I've been there twice. I've never been there. Never did that.
Well, I hope you guys really let it rip there. I want videos. I want content.
We'll get content.
Get Paluzzi on the scene. I want Paluzzi to taking videos. He loves doing that for whatever reason.
Yeah.
He'll be there? Good.
He'll be there.
I'm going to text him and
it's
tell him.
a wrecking crew, dude. It's going to be an intense weekend.
Folks, want to thank you for tuning in, as well as Daithi Quinn and Orlagh Gormley for coming on. And Hedge Better for making this all possible. Justin, have fun wherever you are. He's on vacation this week.
Punta Cana,
Dominicana. There we go.
Wish I was there.
Yeah, right.
Showtime or no show, really never know. And who knows where Anton is right now. So big shout out to Slight Edge Fitness Performance, everything you do. Appreciate that, Craig. Get there. James Nazz is supporting the Slight Edge Fitness Performance look. He's going to be running with the Slight Edge Fitness and Performance shirt.
Love that.
And another big shout out to the law offices of Patrick J. Foley. Such a great kid.
Good video he put out today about his business. He was on here talking about it last week. Came in up in a big way for me. And we can talk more about that after April 28th.
That's all from Steele and Nazz. Be safe out there. Record on Mondays and have a great week out there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.